Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to do my September TBR. I normally don't really do monthly TBRs, but I thought it would be fun to sort of introduce them now, like there's a new academic year going on and it's September and everything, and I just felt like doing one, so that's what's happening today. And yeah, it is now September, so fall is starting. You can tell because I'm wearing my dark lipstick again. But yeah, I'm very excited for fall and September in general, and I'm also very excited to read some books. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to talk about books that I'm planning to read in September, and yeah, let's just get started with it. First of all, I have two books that I'm already currently reading and that I want to finish in September. So yeah, first of all, I have My Plain Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton and Jodie Meadows. Last month I reread My Lady Jane, which is like the first book in this Lady Janey series. So I thought it would be fitting to also reread My Plain Jane. And this is a sort of funny retelling of Jane Eyre, the story of Jane Eyre. I really loved it. I really love the Lady Janey series in general. And with this one, I'm listening to the audiobook for the very first time. So far, I'm really enjoying it, and I just really love the sort of funny atmosphere of this book, and I love how they take a well-known story and just twist it around and make it completely different. And yeah, I already know that I love this book, so yeah, that's safe to say that I'm going to love it again. But I definitely will finish it in September, so I guess it's still on my TBR. And the other book that I'm currently reading is the Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan. This is the second book in the Heroes of Olympus series. I read the first book, The Lost Hero, a couple of months ago, and I haven't continued with it since, but recently I picked up the second book finally, and I'm now at page, let me see, 224, so yeah, I'm already almost halfway through. So far, really enjoying it. I really love Rick Riordan's writing and characters. And for those of you who don't know, this series and like this entire world is all about the Greek gods in our modern world, and in this case also the Roman gods and their children, and it's a lot about mythology but in a modern way, and I really love that because I love Greek and Roman mythology in general, so I love to see it sort of be presented in this modern day in our modern world. And yeah, as I said, really enjoying it so far. I think I will love this book as well. And again, I hope to finish it this month. Next up, I also really want to read another thriller this month, and for that I have Tangerine by Christine Mangan. So this book almost went with me on vacation in August, but yeah, I couldn't take like 6 books with me for 1 week, so I decided to leave it at home. And I believe this book is about 2 women who used to be best friends, but now they're really not best friends anymore, and I don't exactly know what happened, but yeah, I guess I'll find it out if I read the book. And even though thrillers are more like a summer genre for me, I still want to read one. Like, I want to sort of carry this one over into the fall, into the autumn, to sort of like, how do you say it? Transition between the seasons. Yeah, this one has been on my TBR for quite a while, and I know absolutely nothing about it, no reviews, I haven't heard a single thing about it, so it's really time to dive into it and see what I'm going to think of it. This month I also really want to read Waking Gods by Sylvain Neuvel. This is the second book in the Sleeping Giants series. I finished Sleeping Giants last month, really loved it, really enjoyed it. So I desperately need to read the sequel. I cannot wait to see what happens next because the first book was so interesting and so good. So hopefully the second one will be good and interesting as well. And it's not a very big book. It's shorter than the first book, so yeah, hopefully I can manage to finish this one quite soon. But it's definitely on my TBR for September because yeah, I love it. Oh, and also like the Sleeping Giants series starts off with Dr. Rose Franklin, who finds this mysterious huge hand as a child, and then she gets involved into a project researching that hand and what lies behind it. So it's sci-fi, and it's still in the form of documents and files and interviews, which is really interesting to read about, and I love the way they did it. They do it really well with this book, or like with Sleeping Giants. So second book this month, definitely cannot wait to pick it up. And then the last book on my TBR for September is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. So I really love Leigh Bardugo's books, but I still haven't read this one. I've sort of forgotten about it, even though it has been on my bookshelves since January. I sort of forgotten about it, and I also haven't heard a lot of people talk about it actually, like after the release. That might just be me, maybe I haven't watched enough booktube in the last couple of months, but yeah, this one sort of flew under my radar, even though Leigh Bardugo is such a hyped up author and I really love all her work. And I'm definitely in the mood to read some fantasy again, to read some young adult again, something that I haven't read in a while. So King of Scars sounds perfect for that. And I don't know exactly the plot of this, but it does involve characters from the Shadow and Bone series and the Crooked Six of Crows series. And I do love Leigh Bardugo's characters. She writes characters and friendships and relationships very well. And I hope I'm going to love this one, but I really don't know. I have not a single clue, and yeah, I'm really excited to pick it up and to read a book like this again. And that was it for my September TBR books that I want to read this month. I don't know if I'm going to read all of them. It is going to be a lot more busy now that school is starting again, but I'm going to try. And yeah, I'm very excited to dive into these, and yeah, I just cannot wait for the rest of the reading year, and I cannot wait for autumn. I love autumn or fall or whatever. I never know what to call it. But yeah, this is it now for this video. If you like this video, please go subscribe or maybe give it a thumbs up, because I would, as always, really appreciate that. And hopefully I will see you again very soon in my next video. Bye!